Hello again, and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano, and thank you for joining me on this lovely Wednesday evening. It's that time of year where the sun goes down really early, and it appears to be nighttime all the time. But that's okay. We deal with it, and we just keep moving along. Heck yeah. So today, what I wanted to talk about was a little bit about the winter months, the cold, and how I do a couple of things to manage my pain. For me, I'm in a factory. I do factory work, so everything hurts on me always. And there's a few things that I do to manage pain that I would like to share, and hopefully you guys find some value in this. So let's get right to it. So number one, and a very good tip, something that helps me more than anything, is stretching. I can't tell you how much stretching feels so good when you have that one spot on your body that just won't, you got that knot in there that just won't go away. Oh man. For me, more than anything, is my shoulders. I dislocated both my shoulders when I was younger playing hockey. So for me, especially in the winter months, oh man, it gets really bad sometimes. And one thing that helps me more than anything is stretching. Just a little stretch up, try and work out the kinks wherever it hurts, basically. The one thing more than anything about stretching is that it hurts, as John Lennon put it, it just hurts so good. Whenever you have a part of your body that's in pain, for me, my shoulders, back, groin area, hamstring especially, you stretch it out, and normally not instantaneously, but after a few stretches, it definitely starts to feel a lot better, and you just push. You're able to push through it a little bit more. For me personally, when I like I said, I do factory work, so for me it's repetitive motion over and over. I'm using the same muscles in my body over and over, so therefore they get strained, they get strenuous, and for me, anything I can do to help alleviate that is only more beneficial for me. And stretching is really my number one tip more than anything. When you've got that one, knot in your back or whatever that just won't go away. For me, like I said, my shoulders, especially in the winter months. The winter months when it gets cold out, it's really, with the season change, it's really easy for it to be, to really kick you and make it very uncomfortable for you to be in any sort of position, standing, sitting, lying down. When you're in pain, you don't really want to be doing much of anything. Tip number 2 is to focus on exercise. A lot of people get scared when you talk about the term exercise. You're thinking about gym memberships and 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and now you got to make time for that. And it doesn't have to be something scary. What you want to do is you want to focus mostly on joint training. And what that's going to do is just strengthen the muscles around where it's hurting. So that's what you want to focus on more than anything. Consider seeing a specialist, somebody that specializes in the specific type of pain that you are dealing with. Check out any sort of course online. You can look up a lot of different things, different exercises, movements that you can do. Really what you want to do is you just want to get your body moving. More than anything, when you're in pain, it's a lot of times because you're just you're doing the same thing over and over, repetitively straining your body in a way that it's not normally meant to be doing that, right? You're only meant to be doing a certain amount of things over and over for a specific period of time. And anything more than that, that's when you start getting into the arthritis, joint pain, inflammation, stuff like that. Some inflammation is good, but inflammation to a point where it's not hurting, where it is hurting, that's not a good thing. Tip number 3 is diet and nutrition. You want to definitely make sure that you're focusing on what you're putting in your body. The old saying stands true. you are what you eat. And that basically means more than anything is if you're putting, garbage junk food in your body over and over, like it's one thing to to treat yourself every once in a while and just do what you got to do to keep yourself motivated and focused. But when you're putting junk in your body over and over, it's not getting the proper nutrition, and it's not necessarily hurting you, but it's not allowing your body the proper nutrition, vitamins, minerals that it needs to properly heal itself to do its job. That's where you want to be getting your fruits, your vegetables. Fruit smoothies are great for that. Consider adding a couple essential oils into there to lighten up the flavor. But you want to make sure, more than anything, that you're focusing on, your vegetables when you're eating, not just meat, not just protein. You want to get that vegetables. You also want to get some fiber in your diet. Make sure that your insides are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Every once in a while, you need a good clean out, and that happens. Detoxifying is really good for your body too. That just gets rid of all the chemicals that your body holds with it, because your body's really fascinating, and when it holds too much chemicals, that's when it's bad for you. So anything you can do to sort of help yourself will just be more beneficial in the long run. Manage water intake. Definitely want to focus on how much water you're taking in. Your body, I believe, somewhere in the 70% range is of water. So you want to make sure that you're doing whatever you can, you're getting as much water into your body so that it has the proper minerals and vitamins that it needs to be able to do its job. A lot of times when you're in pain is because you're not getting enough water into your body. You're getting the sugars, the caffeine, all that stuff your body can't really do anything with it. It tastes good at the time. Don't get me wrong. It tastes great. I love Coca-Cola is my anytime. That's what gets me always. But when I do that, I know that I have to make up for it in the water intake. For me personally, I have a big jug of water. I know that Tina's got this mammoth jug. It's like 7 times the size of her head. But that's the way that we sort of get our water intake. We just sort of get the bigger bottles that you don't have to refill over and over. And that way it makes it easy for us to drink and to get our proper water intake. As opposed to having little bottles where you have to refill over and over. As good exercise as that may be, walking to the water fountain all the time, it's probably not something that you're going to be ready, willing, or able to do. But anytime, but then it's not just at work. You gotta try and make it a habit of it. At least. You want to get your 8 glasses of water in every day, and that may or may not be possible for most people, but you want to do whatever you can to make sure you try and get as much of it as you can. Again, consider adding essential oils. Citrus oils make your water great, as well as they're good for cleansing and detoxifying your body. So that's, win-win right there. Another tip is to consider hot and cold. So when you do get the pain flare-ups, what you want to do more than anything is to hot and cold it. So you want to put heat on it for roughly 10 to 15 minutes, and then you want to put cold on it, ice on it, or you want to do it vice versa, whichever way works for you. I don't know, but I'm going to say that there's not a specific way that it needs to be done. Whichever way you feel is helping, I would say continue doing that. But what you want to make sure you're doing is you're not doing one or the other for too long. You want to do it in 10 to 15 minute increments. And then that way that allows your body to do what it does naturally, which is heal your overly inflamed joints or parts of your body. So consider the hot and cold. If it's something like your leg, you want to try and raise it above your heart rate, get the blood flowing away from there. That's where you get a buildup, and that can cause pain and inflammation in there. When you get a buildup of blood in there, that's where the swelling happens. So you just want to do whatever you can to alleviate that pressure. and hot and cold patches. I love them. I love doing that. We've got one that we put in the freezer as well in the microwave, so it's kind of like a dual threat, if you will, and those work very well. And then another tip that I have is to take a bath in Epsom salts. I know that I love doing this more than anything. Tina doesn't do baths, so she's got to find a different way. But if you can bathe in Epsom salts, that's going to be great. It not only is it calming and relaxing, but it's also great for anything that's going on in your body, whether you want to cleanse, detoxify, or you want to get rid of that nasty inflammation that's happening. Definitely take a nice warm, almost as hot as you can take it, bath with some Epsom salts. Just let them sit in there, and then have that go on, go right through, and then just lay there for that one. You don't want to do too long because you're sitting in the steam and the hot and all that. So maybe like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I don't actually have a timetable on that. I'm just guesstimating on that one. But I would assume anything more than that, you're kind of counterintuitive as to what you want to do. And then my last tip, more than anything, you've heard me talk about it a couple times. You've heard me reference it, a couple times throughout the video, is essential oils. I love essential oils for everything. As you can tell through the references that I've made, you can use them for multiple things. And again, if you're bathing in Epsom salts, you definitely want to use some essential oils. And that'll just allow the oil to penetrate through the water and do what it needs to do for your body. Some of my favorite ones for pain and inflammation and stuff like that is frankincense. Frankincense is one of my favorites. We've referenced this a couple times. It's the king of oils. So basically, when in doubt, you pick frankincense. This is free this month with a 200 PV order, which is roughly an enrollment kit. So if you're looking for a free one, definitely definitely reach out so we can help you get that. This is great for inflammation. It's great for calming and soothing. It smells like a forest. So if you think of forest, when you're walking through the forest, you just feel relaxed, you feel calm, and you feel that sense of warmth come over you. I love this. This is actually also a good enhancer oil. It enhances any oil that it's with by 8 times. So if you're looking for an oil that actually, my next favorite one is copaiba. And copaiba is actually known as one of the most anti-inflammatory oils on the planet. So this one is in a lot of different stuff. It's similar to the CBD oil that's taking the world by storm right now, except this one is awesome. So if you're using something like copaiba, you use frankincense, and then you just enhance the benefit of the copaiba. And then something I learned at convention this year was when you blend oils together, you actually enhance the benefit of all of the oils in the blend. So that's actually very that's huge right there. I love that. And then my favorite oil, it's not actually an oil, it's a blend, is the Deep Blue Rub. There is an oil version of this, but I love the lotion version of this. That's all it is, just a lotion. It's easy. It's just comes out like that, and then that's it. You just rub it wherever you need to rub it. For me, I love using it on my shoulders, just a rub like that. It's got peppermint in it, so just watch out with regards to putting it close to your eyes. It will burn, most definitely. So, but I love it. A quick little massage right there, and then one other thing, just a tip to keep in mind, is if you put your shirt over top of it, you just keep the oils in there to allow for deeper penetration and slower absorption. So that's all I got for you for today. My tips with managing pain: you've got stretch, exercise, joint training. Consider seeing a specialist. Diet, nutrition. Definitely watch what you eat. Definitely take into consideration what you're eating, and when you're in pain, what you're eating that causes you to be in pain. Certain foods will make you more inflamed than others. Manage your water intake. Hot and cold patches, definitely. Take baths in Epsom salts. Consider adding essential oils to them to allow your body, or to help your body's natural process. And then again, essential oils. I love them. I use them for everything. You can use them for basically everything. That's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I very much appreciate you guys. I hope you got some value out of this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends or family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of these cool stuff I'm talking about, frankincense is free this month. Definitely send me a comment, drop me a message, and reach out to me. We'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and I look forward to talking to you again. Bye for now.